Roman Reigns returns with his 38-year-old cousin. WWE talents reportedly have major fear under Triple H's leadership. The Miz fools Hall of Famer by impersonating LA Knight. Uncle Howdy to return to WWE. Current champion to go on hiatus after Payback 2023. Update on Bianca BelAirs' in-ring status following absence from WWE TV. And more. Let's jump right into it. WWE talents reportedly have major fear under Triple H's leadership. Wrestling veteran Vince Russo recently claimed WWE talents are afraid to pitch creative ideas for themselves because they think they might get fired. Russo worked for several years in the Stamford-based company as head writer. During a recent interview with Keepin' It 100, the 62-year-old criticized the company's current booking of Monday Night Raw under Triple H's leadership. He claimed the show has no storylines. While speaking on the podcast, Russo claimed that he had contact with several WWE talents, and they are afraid to pitch creative ideas for themselves because they believe they could get fired. I DM with a couple of them, WWE talent. And bro, I gotta tell you the one thing that blows me away. There is a fear on their part to pitch ideas. I mean, an absolute fear where they feel like literally, if they pitch an idea, they'll lose their job. I don't know how you can work like that. When I was working, the talent was such a huge part of what they did. It was a two-way street. It was a conversation. I don't know how they went from that to literally being afraid to pitch or say anything because they may lose their job. They know it's bad, but they also are in fear of speaking up, he said. The former head writer clarified that although those he had spoken to were not main eventers, they were above mid-card. Bro, I've spoken to some that are pretty high up the card. I'm not gonna say they're main eventers, but they're not mid-carders either. They're somewhere in the middle. The Miz is currently feuding with LA Knight. Last Monday, the Awesome One dressed up like the megastar and mocked his Payback opponent in an entertaining promo. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw, the former head writer praised the Miz's performance. The best thing on the show. It was the best thing Miz has done and I can't even remember how long. He did a great job. Unbelievable. Great job, bro. Most entertaining I've seen him in the last 5 years. The Miz fools Hall of Famer by impersonating LA Knight. Wrestling veteran Bill Apter recently opened up about the Miz's appearance on this week's WWE Raw, where he impersonated his arch-nemesis LA Knight. The Miz and LA Knight's rivalry is one of the most entertaining parts of WWE's current weekly programming. The two have had some blistering promo exchanges ahead of their much-anticipated match at this Saturday's Payback 2023. On this week's edition of Raw, Knight's music hit, and as expected, the crowd exploded. However, as it turned out, it wasn't LA Knight, but The Miz who came out impersonating his rival. He then delivered a promo where he fired shots at the SmackDown superstar and predicted he would defeat him at Payback. On Sportskeeda's Unscripted, Bill Apter stated that he was fooled by the former WWE champion as he genuinely mistook him to be LA Knight. The veteran journalist added that though The Miz has done many impersonations in the past, the one on Monday Night Raw was his best yet. I got fooled. I was watching Monday Night Raw and I thought it was him, LA Knight. For 30 seconds, I was completely blindsided. I have seen him do the Rock before and some other guys, but this was scary. It was so good, said Bill Apter. Considering LA Knight's stock is on the rise in WWE, it's safe to say he's the favorite to win at the upcoming premium live event. However, it remains to be seen whether the A-lister can pull off the win. Do you agree with Bill Apter's take on the Miz's performance on Raw? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Legend reveals his favorite Bray Wyatt moment. Wrestling veteran Bill Apter recently stated that his favorite Bray Wyatt moment was his spooky and terrifying entrance. Wyatt unexpectedly passed away due to a heart attack at 36 on August 24th. The news sent shockwaves across the wrestling world as the Eater of Worlds was reportedly gearing up for a return after an extended absence. Since his passing, fans and colleagues of the former WWE champion have been sharing their tributes, remembering him for his contributions to the business. On the latest episode of Sportskeeda's Unscripted, host Dr. Chris Featherstone quizzed Bill Apter about his favorite Bray Wyatt moment. The legendary wrestling journalist mentioned that he had always been a fan of Wyatt's entrances, no matter which character he was portraying. To be honest with you, his entrance. I loved his entrance all the time, said Bill Apter. A few days back on Writing with Russo, the former WWE writer stated that he was unlikely to ever witness a performer with the same level of commitment towards their character as Wyatt. Vince Russo added how the promotion failed to match the greatness of Bray Wyatt. The wrestling veteran noted that WWE's writers could never fully comprehend the Eater of the World's visionary thinking. I'm gonna tell you, man, I don't know. I'm 62 years old. I doubt, bro, in my lifetime, I'm gonna see an individual come along who was as great as this man, Bray Wyatt, when it really came to a character and believability and the commitment he made. This guy was extraordinary. That's why it broke my heart, and I said it many times. His level of greatness was so high that when you're bringing writers into WWE, they are not going to be able to meet that, said Vince Russo. The global juggernaut paid rich homages to Wyatt on last week's episode of SmackDown and the latest editions of Raw and NXT. What was your favorite moment of the former Universal Champion's career? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Uncle Howdy to return to WWE? Speculation surrounding the return of Uncle Howdy has resurfaced following the tragic news of Bray Wyatt's passing. Many fans have expressed their desire to see Uncle Howdy make a television appearance, especially since both characters were involved in a storyline during their last appearance in the company. However, a recent episode of WWE Raw seems to have dropped a potential hint that adds to this speculation. The potential hint was dropped during the backstage segment featuring the Judgment Day's Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Keen-eyed viewers noticed merchandise related to Uncle Howdy in the background. The reference to Howdy could be interpreted in two different ways. Firstly, it could be a potential hint for the return of Howdy. Secondly, this subtle inclusion could be a tribute to Bray Wyatt, particularly as the recent edition of the Red brand also included various tributes to him. Furthermore, the company has already distinguished between the characters of Wyatt and Howdy, implying the possibility of Howdy's return. Moreover, the ongoing tribute to Wyatt is expected to continue until Payback 2023. It's feasible that more hints regarding Uncle Howdy's return may be dropped in the near future. Fans eagerly anticipate whether WWE has plans for Howdy's return to the company. This would add an intriguing layer to the ongoing homage to Bray Wyatt's legacy. Howdy's last appearance on WWE television was in March 2023 during an episode of SmackDown. During this appearance, he attempted a surprise attack on Bobby Lashley. However, with Bray Wyatt's absence from WWE for health reasons, Howdy also disappeared from the storyline. For those unaware, Howdy was introduced by the company after Bray Wyatt's return at Extreme Rules 2022. He made his first appearance on WWE television by attacking Wyatt on SmackDown. However, after the tragic news of the Eater of Worlds' death, fans have been vocal about their desire for the company to continue the storyline involving Howdy as a way to honor Bray Wyatt's legacy. Moreover, the recent subtle hint dropped by the company has only added to this intrigue. If WWE chooses to reveal the identity behind the unsettling Howdy character, Bo Dallas stands as a potential candidate. Bo Dallas has a personal connection with Bray Wyatt, being his real-life brother, which could make him a fitting choice for such a role. As the coming weeks unfold, fans eagerly anticipate whether WWE will indeed continue the Uncle Howdy storyline and pay homage to Bray Wyatt's impactful legacy. Do you think that WWE will bring back Howdy in honor of Bray Wyatt? Tell us in the comments section below. Current champion to go on hiatus after Payback 2023? At WWE Payback 2023, wrestling fans will witness high-level action as some of the best wrestlers will be competing at the event. Several titles will be on the line at the show, with some even possibly changing hands. One champion, however, could be going on a hiatus following Payback. The current champion in question is Seth Rollins. At Payback 2023, Rollins will defend his World Heavyweight Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. The match is a result of Nakamura turning heel and attacking the Visionary. While Rollins is widely expected to win, he could go on a break after the same. The reason Seth Rollins might go on a break after Payback 2023 is because of his back. For quite a while now, Rollins has been vocal about his injury and the two fractures he is suffering from. Hence, to recover from the same, the WWE Universe could see Rollins take some time off to recover after the event. If the World Heavyweight Champion does decide to go on a break, it would serve him well, considering he would be fitter and in better shape leading up to other events this year. One would also imagine Rollins would want to be in the best of shape at WrestleMania 40 next year. At Payback 2023, apart from Seth Rollins defending his World Heavyweight Championship, other champions will also be put to the test. From Raw, Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley will defend her title against current rival Raquel Rodriguez. This is a fight many fans are looking forward to seeing. Raw will further be represented by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, as the duo will defend their undisputed tag team championship against Finn Balor and Damian Priest of the Judgment Day. The build-up to the match has been exciting, and it will be interesting to see who walks out the winner. Like Raw, Payback 2023 will also feature SmackDown superstar Rey Mysterio defending his newly won United States Championship against Austin Theory. Apart from these title matches, the event will host some good singles competitions. Update on Bianca Belair's in-ring status following absence from WWE TV. The WWE Universe hasn't seen Bianca Belair on TV in nearly 2 weeks, with her last appearance taking place on the August 18th edition of SmackDown. A new report has revealed why the EST of WWE hasn't been around, and and it's thankfully not injury-related. According to a report from Fightful Select, Bianca BelAir is taking some much-deserved and scheduled time off from the road. Despite BelAir's leg being targeted in a backstage attack from Damage Control earlier this month, the outlet reports that the time off has nothing to do with any sort of injury. The report also details that BelAir has received high praise from those within WWE for her work ethic, specifically citing the amount of community-based work she did during her historic 420-day reign as Raw Women's Champion. The report notes that, at this time, there is no concrete time frame for BelAir's return to action. While BelAir was victorious at SummerSlam, winning the WWE Women's Championship in an intense triple threat contest, the sweet taste of victory would quickly turn sour. Io Sky would go on to successfully cash in her MITB contract on the 34-year-old star, ending the EST's title reign at just 1 minute and 35 seconds. To date, this is the title's shortest reign. During a recent interview with Josh Martinez on the Superstar Crossover podcast, Charlotte Flair was asked about the possibility of facing Bianca BelAir at WrestleMania, an encounter that many fans have been predicting to be on the horizon for some time now. While Flair did admit that the match would be main event worthy, she was unwilling to firmly commit to it, instead choosing to keep her options open. Everyone keeps asking me that. I feel like there's so many opportunities. Like, obviously, I know BelAir versus Flair is a main event worthy match, but if it doesn't happen at WrestleMania 40, it's gonna happen at 41. If it doesn't happen at 41, it's gonna happen at 42. Like, I don't want to say this exact person, because what if I'm not giving credit to something that could potentially be there and be incredible, she said. To date, Charlotte Flair and Bianca BelAir have only competed in 3 matches against one another. While BelAir is 2-1 against the Queen, both wins came via DQ, while Flair's win against BelAir in 2020, down in NXT, came via pinfall. Are you excited for Bianca BelAir to return to WWE TV? Roman Reigns returns with his 38-year-old cousin. Roman Reigns and the Bloodline angle has been WWE's best and biggest storyline over the last few months. Until SummerSlam, many believed it was presented like a film, and everyone involved was highly appreciated. As of now, the story involving this faction seems to be at a pause. With Jimmy Uso having betrayed his brother Jey Uso and Roman Reigns currently out of the scene, many wonder how WWE will take this forward. While there are many rumors and speculations, as usual, an Anoa'i family member believes WWE could use him in the Bloodline story. As per reports, Manu, Afa Anoa'i Jr., believes there are several ways WWE could integrate him into the current story. Currently, he wrestles on the independent circuit, and is a popular name. He was part of the main roster of WWE between 2007 and 2009. Hence, it won't be surprising to see Roman Reigns recruit the 38-year-old to his faction. After all, given the Usos are not on his side, and Solo Sikoa could turn his back at any moment, the tribal chief will need a trustworthy and experienced member by his side. Manu is a person who could fill that criteria. Even though Roman Reigns' run as champion has faced several criticisms, one can't deny that the run has been historic in multiple ways. Not only has Reigns held the title for a long time, but he has carried it well and garnered the attention of the WWE Universe. While the Tribal Chief won the Universal Championship at Payback 2020, where he defeated Braun Strowman and the late Bray Wyatt, he won the WWE title at WrestleMania 38 by beating Brock Lesnar. This made him the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. According to Wrestling Stats and Info on Twitter, Roman Reigns will pass the 3-year mark as champion this week. This feat is historic, considering it last happened 35 years ago. On Twitter X, the page wrote, "Why, Roman Reigns began his current reign as Universal Champion in late August of 2020. This week, the Tribal Chief surpasses 3 uninterrupted years as a world champion in WWE. By Wednesday, it'll be the first 3-year title run for a world champ in WWE in more than 35 years. The last time WWE witnessed a world championship reign so long was when Hulk Hogan held the WWE Championship from 1984 to 1998 for a total of 1,474 days. Given this stat, it will be interesting to see how long Reigns remains champion."
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing.